Good afternoon. Chandra, are you getting my voice? And select. $522 Sindhu. $563 Rishi. 539 Rajashri.
Yes, sir.
Amma, are you getting my voice clearly?
Yes, sir.
The screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
What you are getting?
Yes, I can see the slides. Example with 13 elements. See the slides.
Exam. Now?
Quick sort. It is changing.
Slides change అవుతున్నాయమ్మా?
Yes, sir.
Slide. Right. Today concept is PicsArt. It is very important and very simple. But a little bit you are getting some confusion and the complexity only. If you listen that basic concept of PicsArt, you will get easily. So now I'll explain the PicsArt. Today's concept is the QuickSort. In the previous class, I completed the binary search. QuickSort is one of the sorting technique. Point one. It sorts the all elements non-decreasing order. That means increasing order. Sorted increasing order or non-decreasing order. Point one. This QuickSort mainly use the divide and conquer method. Divide and conquer method. That means by using an element, first it chooses the one element simply named as the pivot element or pivot element. Based on that elements, the total elements are divided into two parts, left part and right part. left part and the right part. Depends on the pivot element. Point one. Next point, the left part elements all are smaller than the pivot. Right parts elements are the greater than the pivot element is the quicksort. So the same process is repeated until you get the atomic problem. That means single element. Once you reach that one, we'll start the solution for that one by comparing. You'll get the final solution is the quicksort. Check this one. So generally the first point is selecting the pivot element or partitioning element. So by using this element, the total array of elements are divided into two parts. Suppose the total array elements are some elements, n elements are there. So it is suppose first element chooses as the pivot element. So this is the partitioning element or pivot element or key element. So from this is the total elements of size n. From this, I have to choose the elements less than the pivot element on the left side, greater than the pivot element on right side. So after comparing, the pivot element is placed in between. Then you will get two subparts. One is the smaller element than the pivot, and the right side is the greater than that pivot elements. So this is the one sub problem. Left part is the one sub problem. Right side is the one more sub problem. So same process again you repeat for the left sub problem. Same thing on right sub problem. This is the concept of divide and conquer and sorting the element. Once we choose the pivot element and place in the middle position, so that element is sorted. Next we need to solve the left array, right array. So this is the concept of pivot quicksort. So once again you listen. So in the quicksort, first we choose the pivot element. So generally the pivot element may be first element or last element or median element. So according to our syllabus, we choose the first element as treated as it is pivot element. Check this block diagram. So first I will choose the pivot element as a first element. So you need to compare the total elements which are existing in array. So after that, I have to place the pivot element on the middle of the array and arrange the elements less than the pivot element in the left side. Arrange the element greater than the pivot element on right side. That main intention. Once we place that one, the pivot element is sorted. No need to again sort the pivot element. So next I will take the left part as the one sub problem, right part as the one more sub problem. So this is the concept of divide and conquer phenomena. This is the logic behind that one. So so the first generally what we have done. So first we choose the pivot element. We start the comparison for the array of element. For left side treated as I element for smaller, j element for bigger elements. So like this the moment is going to for I lower elements from left to right, for higher elements from right to left. This is the process. So I have to place the same what I explained to you. This is lesser elements are kept on one side, greater elements kept on one more side. This is the one side. This is. So the I part is moving from left to right until you get the greater element. Once you get the greater element, stop the I value and go to the j value. So I will explain through proper example, then you will get easily. Similarly, from right position j, from greater element is available on right side. When it is greater than the pivot element, the moment it goes to right to left until you get the small element. Once you get the small element, both will be swapped like this. Pivot element, all element less than, pivot element, all element greater than P. If any element less than P, pivot element is identified, any element greater than P is identified, both will be swapped. That is the concept of quicksort. All the elements will be swapped. So automatically the smaller elements comes to left side and greater element goes to the right side. This is the process. At the end, I have to identify the pivot element, smaller element, greater element. These are all the greater elements. When you cross the limits, I value move to the j, then this element is swapped with the this one. Like so, that means the p element is sorted already. So this p is sorted. So we have two sub problems. This is the one sub problem. This is the one more sub problem. These are the different steps involved in the kickstart. Once again, you listen. First, you choose the pivot. You're choosing the pivot. So by choosing the pivot, the movement is start from left to right until you get the identify the element greater than p pivot element. Once the greater element is identified here, so while moving from left to right, so stop the ith value and going to the jth value start here. So the movement is comes to right hand to the left. Whenever the small element is identified, stop the searching and swap the two elements. So automatically the small element comes to left side and the greater element goes to the right side. And same process repeat. Whenever I value cross the j, at the time the j position value is swapped with the pivot element. So that is the pivot element. Pivot element is swapped with this small j pj element. This is a pj element. So finally what we get? So in middle we will get the pivot element which is already sorted. So we have two sub problems. One is the left sub problem, one more is the right sub problem. So again same concept I have to apply in the sub problems by using the divide and conquer method. Finally you get the sorted array. This is the concept of Quicksort. So take one example, I will explain. So take an array of 13 elements. It's very simple. Listen carefully. Given initial elements are 13, 38, 8, 16, 6, 79, 57, 24, 56, 2, 58, 4, 70, 45. So according to the rule, this is the first element. It is itself. It is the first element itself. It is a pivot element or key element. So this is I value. This is the j value. According to our rule in the previous slide, so left side we need to represent smaller elements. So 8 is less than 38. It's okay. I value moves to here. 16 is less than 38. It's okay. 6 is less than 38. Okay. When it comes to 79, 79 is greater than the 38. Stop the searching. Go to the right side. Go to the right side. So our intention is on the right side we need to kept. I need to kept greater elements than the pivot element. Greater elements than the pivot element. So compare with 48. 38 greater than the 45. 38 is less than the 45. That means the 45 is greater, right? 70 is greater than the 38, right? When it comes to 4, 4 is less than the 38. So stop the iteration. Stop the iteration. So automatically what we have done, swap these two elements, ith element and jth element. Both will be swapped. So automatically what is the value here? That is replaced with 4. And here it is 79. So 4 is less than pivot element. So in the next iteration, automatically ith value increment I comes to here. So again 57. 38 is less than the 57. So that 57 is greater than the 38. So according to the rule here we need to keep to the smaller elements. So stop the iteration. Coming to the right side. So again you need to swap these two values. Next, I value comes to here 24. This 24 is less than 38, right? 56 greater than 38. Stop the iteration. Similarly, j. comes to here 56 greater than 38 and move to here 24. Whenever we cross this position, so the jth position is swapped with this value, pivot value. So next, when you swap to this one, I will get this value array like this. This is the one sub problem. This is the one more sub problem. So it is the partitioning element or pivot element is already sorted. That will be kept in between the right sub array and left sub array. This is the first iteration of the fixer. It is the first iteration of the fixer. So next, take the these. It is as a sub problem. It is the sub problem of given array. So 24, 8, 16, 6, 4, 2. Again, take 24 as a pivot element. So then automatically it is the I value, it is a j value. 8 less than 24, right? Move to here. 16 less than 24, right? 6 less than 24. 4 less than 24, right? 2 less than 24. I comes to here. So it is end of position. So no need to swap any element. So automatically this pivot element is swapped with the 2. So this is the 2. So 24 already sorted. So it has again one sub array. This is 2, 8, 16, 4, 6, 4. So again you take it as a 2 as the pivot element for the sub array. Pivot element I greater than 2. Stop the iteration. So go to the j. 4 is greater than 2, right? 6 greater than 2, right? 16 greater than 2, right? 8 greater than 2, right? 2 itself it is the pivot element. Swap with the pivot with the j, and the 2 itself it is replaced with the 2, then it is the sorted. 2 is sorted. So 2 is sorted, 24 is sorted, and 38 sorted. Take again sub array, this one. From this pivot element is 8. Remaining elements are 16, 6, 4. Pivot 8, automatically it is the I value, it is a j value. I compared with pivot element 16 is greater than the 8, but condition is fail. Why? Because I element need to represent a smaller value. So stop. Go to the j position. J 4. 4 is less than the 8, but according to rule, jth position is greater than the pivot element. So replace the 16 with 4. That is replaced. So next automatically I value increment 6 less than the 8. See that when it goes to I, true, condition true, move to here I. So here 16 is greater than the pivot element, 16 is there. So like we need to swap these two elements, like we will get this sub-array. This is sorted, 8 element is. Next take this sub-array 6, 4. Treated as 6 as a pivot element. So compared with 4, swipe 6 is a pivot element is sorted. Again 4 is only one element is there. Again it is the pivot element itself, it is sorted. And coming to the what you left here, sub-array 16 here, it is a sub-array. Take it as a sub-array. This is this. So by choosing the 38, the left sub-array is solved. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 24, 38. Next we move to the right children or right child, right or right part, sub part of the fixer. 56, 57, 58, 79, 70, 45. Next coming to this, we take it as a 656 is the pivot element. Same procedure is started. I is the left position, j is the right position. I value is 57 is greater than the pivot element. Stop the iteration. Go to the right position. J compared with the pivot element. This is smaller. According to the rule, we need to swap these two numbers. So 57, 45 are swapped. So next I value is 58. This is greater than the pivot element. Stop the iteration. Come to the j value here. 70 is greater than the pivot element. True condition. 79 greater than the pivot element. True condition. 59 greater than the pivot element. True condition. This is what is this 45 smaller. So then 45 jth position is swapped with this pivot element. So automatically 56 is sorted. So take the next element, it is the pivot element. 45, only one element is there. So element is 1, then itself it is sorted. So 45 is sorted. Then take the right subarray. 58 is the pivot element. This is the pivot element. Ith value greater than, stop the iteration. Why? Because ith position always show the less than the pivot element, that is stop the iteration, going to the right position. 57. 57 smaller than the pivot element, then swap the 57 with the 79. This is the 57. Same procedure repeat. This is 78. 58 is replaced with the 57. 58 is sorted. That means pivot is replaced. Next, it has two subarrays. One is 57 and 79. Next, 57 take it in the pivot element. It is a single element. Itself it is sorted. So next, take the subarray of 70, 79. So from these two elements, 70 is the pivot element. 79 is one more element. So then it is compared with. So I value it is stop the iteration. J is itself it is the. So 70 is also sorted. This is 79. So finally we will get this sorted array. This is the procedure behind the quick sort by using a divide and conquer. So what we have done in this one. So mainly first we choose the total array of elements and this. First we choose the pivot element. From this, from the left side ith value is moving, from right side jth value is moving. Ith value represents smaller value, jth value represents greater value. While comparing this, any comparison, any disturbance, that means in the ith position any greater element is there, that will be replaced with the smaller element of the j. Same procedure is repeat until you get the complete elements are sorted. This is the sorting technique of sort. Any doubts from the quick sort? Emma, any Rajeshri? $39.
Yes, sir.
You got it?
Yes.
Emma, did you get that the quick sort?
Yes, sir. Understood.
You understood? You will explain the next example. This is your choice. You will explain same procedure.
Sir, I'll explain tomorrow, sir. Today I'll read once.
Okay, okay. We'll try. I will give the assistance to you. So take an array of 8 elements. So from this first 5 is the pivot element, right? This is one more example. Listen carefully. I will ask one more example to you, right? So from this 5 is the pivot element. That is the ith position is 3, jth position is 7. According to our rule, ith position shows the smaller element, jth position shows the greater elements. My rule prakaram adi. So I will start the iteration. First pivot element compared with 3. So according to the rule, 3 is smaller than 5. So condition is true. So next, 1 is come with 5. 1 is smaller than the pivot element. Next, coming to the next element, this is true. When I goes to the 9, the condition is fail. Why? Because ith value, this is I, not 1. Ith value always less than the pivot element, but 9 is greater than the pivot element. So stop the iteration. Coming to the right position j compared with 7. So 7 is greater than 5. Condition is true. According to the j position, it gives the greater element than the pivot element. J is true. So j is decremented by 1. So always I is incremented by 1, j is decremented by 1. J comes to here. But it is 4 is smaller than the pivot element. According to the rule, j position represents the greater element than the pivot element. So You need to swap these two elements. You need to swap this element. So 4 comes to here, 9 comes to here. This is available array. So next, I value is 8. I value is 8. But again condition is fail. Why? Because the pivot element 8 is greater than the pivot element. 8 is greater than the pivot 5. So stop the iteration and J smaller than the pivot element. Again we need to swap these two numbers. So what we will get? This is 2, 8. Next step, I incremented by 1. J 8 decremented by 1. So the condition is fail. I crossed the J. So automatically Jth value is swapped with the pivot element. So this is pivot element is divides the two subproblems. One is right subproblem, one more is the left subproblem. Take the left subproblem. 2, 3, 1, 4 is the left subproblem. 2, 3. So again 2 take it as the pivot element. It is the ith position. Similarly for this subarray, pivot element, stop the iteration, come to the J. These two numbers 2, 1, 3, 4. Again increment the J and both are crossed the row. J value 1. 1 is 2. So 2 is sorted. So only one subarray is there, that is one element itself is sorted. And next take this pivot compared with 4 like this. I value J value similarly will get 3 is sorted. Again 4 is a single element itself it is sorted. So almost this subarray is sorted. Remaining elements are what are the 8, 9, 7 only. So from this 8 is so same procedure is repeat. Ith for the smaller elements, jth for the greater elements. So condition this. So swap these two numbers 8, 7, 9. Automatically. So next iteration J value comes to decremented by 1, comes to incremented by 1. So this 7 is replaced with 8. So that is 8 is sorted. That is a pivot is placed at this position. Next suppose again you divide the problem into subproblems 7 and 9. So 7 is one single element is itself it is sorted, next 9 is sorted. It is a complete sorting of array. So the sorting element, to check this one from this example, in the first step the sorting partitioning element is 5. In the second step the partitioning element is 2. That will be represented in the T format. So in the ith iteration both position is replaced. So this is 2 subarrays are there. In the second position, pivot element is 2. That is the iteration. I equal 0, R equal 3 is the range. Its pivot position is 2. This is the pivot position. In the next part, only the index, this is one element. This pivot position is only 0, 0, that is 1. Next position 2, 2, 3. Total elements are position is 2, that is 3, 2, 3. So coming to the right position, this is 2. This is the tree representation of the quicksort, where we have to split the partition of array. So which data is not available in textbook. After this, I will move to the right subtree. That will be treated 5, 6, 7, 8. Where this is the L is the lower boundary, R is the right boundary or upper boundary, left or right. So the sixth position, the array is splitting. The sixth position. Position is 6. Index is 6. Again, next one is the 5-5 position. Next one is the 7-7 position. This is a quickshot representation. This is another example for quickshot. Anybody have doubts on quickshot? Take this is algorithm for quickshot. So according to the rule of quickshot, it has two boundaries, lower boundary and higher boundary. What I have done in the previous two examples, initially we will give the array of elements here lower boundary to upper boundary. It will represent a 1 to n elements. Always lower left I less than or equal j higher position. J pivot element. It is a j itself is a pivot element. Partitioning a low plus high plus 1. A range is low, comma high plus 1. And again quickshot for this is the left subtree. Whenever we apply the partitioning, it has two children, either left children or right children, depends on the partitioning or pivot element. So low to this is left part. This is low to left part. This is this part. Low to this is the pivot position 4, j position. Low to j minus 1. J itself is the 4 here. Position j plus 1 to high position, right subarray. Same procedure is repeat until you get the complete sorting. So here the partitioning elements occurred like this. Take the low position for I for low. So here the pivot element selection is the first element itself. It is the pivot element, and take I for lower values, j for the higher values, and means left and right. It is the left position. It is the right position. So repeat. Until I greater than or equal to j. Initially, I equal I plus 1 until a of I pivot element. Now, pivot element always less than a of I. Until the condition is failed. This is do while loop. That is like you will get. Whenever the pivot element greater than that I value, automatically goes to the next loop. J equals j minus 1 until pivot element is less than that one. So in the first left sub part, we need to identify the greater than that element. In the right sub part, we need to identify the lesser than the pivot element. Same procedure is repeated. If the condition is both conditions are failed, if I less than b, then swap that element. Interchange that element. So smaller element you replace with greater element like this. The same procedure is completed. So finally we have to swap the pivot element. This is A of j element is replaced with pivot. So by using this pivot position, j position, the complete array is partitioning into two parts. One is the left subarray. This is left. This is the left part. This is the right part. Second part is the right. It is the left part. Repeating the j. This is the algorithm of quickshot. ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి కంపల్సరీ నేర్చుకోవాలి quickshot. So I have to trace this partitioning algorithm with the example. Suppose given sorted array is 40, 20, 10, 80, 60, 57, 30, 100 is that we have to sort by using quickshot method according to the partition algorithm. First element itself is the pivot element. So maybe pivot element by select is the first or last or depends on the median element. So according to the textbook rule, I have to choose the pivot element as the first element. This is the pivot element. So after that, I have to check the first element 20 whether it is so this is the lower boundary. This is the higher boundary or upper boundary. So from this next I compared with I value. So whether this two big index towards big move out on matter. Pivot element kind of smaller. If it is true, then move to here. So initially, smaller than the pivot. Condition is true. Plus the index. Next, it is true. Plus the index. Big. The condition is fail. Stop the iteration. For the too big, then go to the right position toward the big, great index. This is automatically 100 is greater than the pivot element. Condition is true. Automatically it is j minus minus. Incremented by 1, 30. But the condition is fail. Here the element is smaller than the pivot element. According to condition is fail. That is what we have to swap that element. This condition is fail. We need to swap that element. Swap. So 30 is replaced with 80. So we'll get that position. So again, check the value. 30 is completed. Next move to the 60. 60. So for the I value, we need to check here 60. Start iteration. Why? Because 60 is greater than the 40. According to this rule, I rule. I position always represent the smaller value, but here 60 is greater than the 40 element. Stop the iteration. Go to the right position. J. So that is. So here J 7 is less than the 40. Condition is fail. Next I have to start these two values. Next I plus plus. J 50. Next J minus minus 50. J minus minus 7. So cross that position. Automatically the J position value is swapped with pivot element. So here the pivot element is 40. So that will be placed at the fourth position. This is the pivot position. This is the tracing the partition algorithm. It is tracing the partition algorithm. So this again we get the two sub problem. This is one. This is one more. So same procedure is applicable for both sides until you complete the array. So this is the quicksort analysis. Then we will go to the. This is the one more example for this is again just I explained to you. Quicksort. So this is the one sub array less than the pivot element. This is the one more array greater than the pivot element. Again I have to apply the same recursion. This is the call for one index. This is the call for right index. Same procedure is repeat. So next I have to check the complexity of quicksort or analysis of quicksort. Whenever we execute any problem, it is mandatory to analyze the algorithm. So that means how much time it will take to sort that one. Because if you sorting array has one element, its complexity is one unit of time. 1 unit of time. If more number of elements are there, and pivot element is there, and it has the complexity is for I elements for left side, remaining elements for right side, and its splitting time is the one more. Splitting time is the one more. This is the complete complexity for quicksort. N, TFI, I for the elements in the first part, N minus I. Generally, the range goes to 0 to N minus 1, complete 10 elements. So, if I elements are selected for left sub array, remaining elements are placed at right position. And one more is splitting for the partitioning. This is the N units is required. This is the complete complexity for the quicksort. Then the worst case complexity, best case complexity, average complexity, total 3 types are there. In the worst case complexity, this is the problem. Only one element sorted at a time. Check this one. After that, I will explain. Suppose it is complete array. Suppose only one element is sorted at a time. Only one element. Rest of n minus one elements again need to sort. Suppose in the second case, again only one element is sorted. So if n elements are there, n splittings are required. N elements are there, n splittings are here one more. So the first iteration one more, second is one more like this. Here also one more. Like only one element can able to sort at a time. So it will take more and more complexities. Like in the first attempt, it will require only n iterations. Only one element is sorted. That is only one element is placed in the left or right position. So there is no splitting in the complete array. Only one element is cited from the complete array. It remaining like this. So in the first way, like this, it requires total number of complexities. That is thing about n into n plus 1 by 2. That is n square plus n plus 1 by 2. That is the order of n square is the complexity of first case. So here, check the complexity. So here, only one element is splitted, partitioned, and n minus 1 case is again to repeat. This is the complexity for fixer. That means only one element is sorted at a time. Is the worst case analysis of fixer. Suppose if you take this one, it will be implemented by using the substitution method. Suppose this is the total time complexity is n minus 1 element plus splitting element, only one element. Again, same process repeat and they will be like this. 0, 1, 2, 3 up to n into n plus 1 by 2 is equal to order of n square is the worst case time complexity of fixer. Worst case time complexity of fixer. So when we are applying the divided conquer method fixer, only one element is sorted at a time, that is pivot element. It is the worst case analysis. Like this. It will be represented like in the tree format like this. In the first case, one element is sorted at a 0 element. Remaining n1 minus 1 elements are there. Whenever again we have to apply the divided conquer method, only one element is again sorted. And time to time only one elements are sorted. So finally we need to perform the n operations. So n into n plus 1 by 2 is equal to order of n square is the worst case complexity of the fixer. If suppose the array is split equally, so with the help of partitioning element, the array is divided into equally. Suppose n elements are there. Suppose n elements are there. Suppose by applying the divided conquer method, half part is left, half part is right side, then equally divided into two parts. Again divided into equally two parts. Is the best case partitioning is the best case. That means every time we will get the two subparts of size 2. This is the time for combining. So by applying this one, we will get the time complexity is n log n. Here log n for the depth, log n for the depth. At times we have to perform that is n log n is time complexity for best case of partitioning. So compared to the worst case, best case is that take a very less number of units of time. It is the best case partitioning algorithm. One more is like this. N by 2, n by 2, n by 4, n by again dividing this one like this we will get. Its depth is log n. Log n, you know, the depth of the tree, binary tree. So n times you have to perform. The complexity is n into log n. Is the best case of analysis of fixer. So by using substitution method also you get every time you get the two sub problems by size of 2. So by substitution method, we will get this one. Initial value 2 into t of n by 2 plus here. By substituting t of n by 2 into that one, we will get 2 square by t by n by 2 square plus 2 cn like this. Same process repeated k times. We will get 2 power k dot to n by 2 power k plus k to cn, but the total number of leaves n is equal to 4k according to the binary rule. Here the depth is the k space to the depth, k is equal to log n. So by substituting that value, that means n is equal to 4k, n into 2 power k itself is the n by 2 power k itself is the 1, n into t1 cn log n. Finally you get n log n is the complexity of the case. So every time they won't ask the analysis of fixed, but sometimes they will ask the fixed analysis by best one, first and average cases. So at the time we need to prove this one, this recurrence and recursion tree representation. Whenever they will ask this type of questions, we need to represent this one. So third case is the average case. The average case is a very crucial role in the fixed. Why? Because in the average case, some elements started in the left side and some more elements placed in the right side. Some elements, how many you can say, but not divided equally. Some elements in left side, some elements in the right side. So by taking the average of given number, we will get like this. Generally, this is the average of given number. Expected average cases like this. Average overall compound voltage. So the average case of left side plus average case of right side plus combinations time the combination. This is the total time complexity. Left side plus right side plus combination of elements. So it will be represented like this. So combination of elements. This is the left side elements. This is the right side elements. So we can't say where it is the actual partitioning element will be placed. Suppose we expected I elements, remaining elements will be placed on the right side. Right side. It is the left side. So by the rule of the average case, in the implementation of the master theorem I explained, average case already total time taken by all elements by n. 1 by n into t of left elements, t of right elements, and combined time by n. This is the process. By recurrently solving this one, we will get this value. By substituting that value, I will send this material, we will go through it and we will get it. So finally what we will get, this is the final value. T of n by n plus 1 is like this. It represents the harmonic series of the functions. Its value will be represented like this. So that will be represented like this. So total time complexity is order of n log n is the order of n log n is the complexity of fixed. So finally, what you learn, fixed analysis for the best case is the n log n, worst case is the order of n square, and best and average case is the n log n. So this is fixed. Any doubts from fixed? So generally in the average cases, the elements will be divided like this. This is one example taken from internet. Suppose in the left side is n by 4 elements are divided, right side 3n by 4. The same procedure is recurrently repeated until you get the final value. This is the fixed. Any doubts from the fixed? Rajashree.
Yes, sir, understood.
In the next class, I will ask an example, right?
Yes, sir.
Can I able to explain?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Otherwise, I will ask analysis. It is very important.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Any doubt? Actually, I can't send till all the material. At the end of the first unit, I will send the complete material to you. That is why I am waiting. Not yet. I can't send the material to you. Two more concepts are there: Medi-search and extraction matrix multiplication. After that, I will send the complete PDFs to you. You will go through it and you will prepare it. Right?
Okay, sir.
Anytime, any doubts you will ask. No problem at all, because it is completely mathematical.
Yes, sir.
If you want to ask, you will do something. Right. Please respond to the numbers. 2016 series. 23. E2.
Present.
ఏమ్మా ఎవరు మమత ఏం రాలేదేమ్మా ఈ మధ్య క్లాసులకి?
సార్ కొంచెం ఫీవర్ ఉండే సార్, సారీ.
ఏమ్మా
హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ ఉండే
మమత?
సార్, అందుకే రాలేదు. ఫీవర్ అట్లా వచ్చింది సార్, ఫీవర్ వచ్చింది సార్, అందుకే రాలేదు సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే, హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. బట్ నాట్ ఎట్ నవ్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ మరి ఇంకా మీరు లీవ్ తీసుకోవద్దు మరి, కంటిన్యూగా రమ్మా.
ఓకే